bring the heat.
Ciao Juventini, welcome back to the JuveCorner cast. And this is the Bianconeri talk show. It's just me, guys, so every single episode will just be mostly me. Maybe we'll have a guest on for future shows. But yes, we're going to get into it, of course. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Share the content as always. Push notifications to stay tuned with all the live streams and all the videos that are coming out. So, the mission of Comolli at Juventus. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Comolli. What is his job? What can he do? What are the players that he's going to be helping in terms of the sporting management, right? What are we going to do with the sporting director that we need to replace now that Giuntoli is gone? The latest Mercato rumors, we're going to have to talk about that. The latest Mercato talk. And of course, we're going to talk about, other, Juventus stuff in general. But of course, make sure, of course, to like, subscribe. You already know what to do. And comment whatever questions that you guys have regarding Juventus, because this is the show where I'm going to be basically answering a lot of your questions. So, of course, put your questions down in the comments right now in the live chat as we speak. But yeah, no, I mean, let's talk about it. The mission of Comolli at Juventus, the new general manager. I did a video about this, guys. So make sure to go check it out. Big up to Lamb Chop. Big up to Lamb Chop. Thank you so much for renewing with us for another 4 months. Thank you so much. But yes, Forza Juve. To my guy, Mr. Paintu says, just got done watching the Serbia-Albania match. It was the most nothing burger match ever. I expected way more. Yeah, listen, that honestly, I would think that too, because it's like a little rivalry, right? So I would expect a little bit more too. But yeah, man, hopefully you had fun with that. But let's talk about some Juventus, man, because there's a lot, we need to discuss, guys, as a Juventus, Juventini group. My guy Bogdan, my guy Forza Juve, my friend, always my guy. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. But listen, Comolli. Guys, let me know what your thoughts on Comolli is at Juventus. I mean, listen, he just got here. He's not replacing Giuntoli. Guys, he is not replacing Giuntoli. Okay? Yes, ciao Anthony as well, my friend. Big up to you. But listen, we will talk about La Nazionale a little later into the stream, because I do want to put in my 2 cents. Even though this is a Juventus show, I definitely want to say something about this La Nazionale, because I am fuming with Mr. Spaghettone, okay? Yeah, spaghetti vergogna. Yes, I know, man. Yeah, listen. I mean, if you think about it, Mr. Paint, dude, I mean, that game, because of the history behind that, too, I would say mostly because of the fans. I'm not so sure about the players, but mostly the fans, in my opinion. But big up to my guy, Nino, bro, in the chat. My guy, Dr. XP. Go check his channel out, by the way. So make sure to go subscribe to his channel. Share the content too, guys. So Spalletti out, Gravina out, Schifrin out. Listen, they all need to go out. All of them, bro. I think he's underrated, bro. Comolli, listen, Comolli, the mission of Comolli is to be the overseer at Juventus. He's the guy that wants to, um, he wants to be the leader in terms of the sporting department. He's going to be the one to advise, for example, Chiellini, the new sporting director, which we don't still know who is going to come in. It could be Masada. It could be it could be so many different other sporting directors. So we don't really know what the case is. This is exactly why I think we've stopped in terms of the Mercato. We're not making really any moves at the moment because we don't have a proper sporting director. Um, and also we didn't know who the coach was going to be until really now. Tudor. I think in my opinion, guys, we should definitely back Tudor for next season. Give him the players that he needs. I am actually currently making a video about Tudor's demands because he demands 3 things, which go watch the video, guys, because this is why I do videos. Go watch the videos because they're very, very, there's a lot of important key details that I'll be giving in terms of what Tudor really needs. So definitely go check those out soon. Big up to my guy, Jonas, bro. Go check his channel out. He's almost to 1K. So get him to 1K subscribers, guys. He deserves it. My guy, Jonas, bro. Definitely got to do another show. He's usually on Football Arena, guys. So definitely go check him out, too. But yeah, back to Comolli. Comolli, listen. I think that in terms of the path that we are going into, guys, I think with Comolli, I think we could definitely do something in terms of the market, in terms of the strategy of the market, right? We don't want to pay, he's the type of that guy that, would be okay with the financials, which we definitely need somebody like that because of what happened last summer with Juntali, with overspending for coop miners, it was a disaster zone. So I think for him to be that kind of guy to pick up gems because he was actually the first one who discovered Luka Modric at Tottenham when he was at Tottenham. So I would say he's not bad, but I think because he has knowledge of a scout, of a sporting director. He's been sporting director for I believe Liverpool and Tottenham. He's been a scout, many other places, and then he was just the president of Toulouse. So he does have lots of experience under his belt. But the question is, can he bring Juventus back to the glory days, like he said in his statement, in his welcome statement, right? I mean, for me, guys, I don't know because I'm still really it's unknown who Comolli is really, in terms of if he could bring back Juve because the in his record, I mean, when he was at Toulouse, he got them, better in terms of where they were. They were in the second division of the French league. Then they got promoted. He got them to promotion. Made their youth team way better, getting the right scouts for Toulouse as well. And not just that, but even with the team that he had, I mean, he also brought them to Europe, Toulouse, for like it's been a while since they've been in Europe. So he got them to the Europa League. Yes, it's not the Champions League, but listen, it's a good step for the club that they were, the way that they were in, especially they were in the second division of France. So, um, with Comolli at the helm, as a general manager, I think that's a good step in towards the right direction for the club in terms of possibly the mentality. We need somebody new. We needed somebody, to really take over the reins, because we can't be relying on just a sporting director, guys. Juntali didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of deals that were just not so good. Hoysen, that's another one, right? We talk about Juntali. Hoysen, getting rid of Hans Nicolucci Caviglia, getting rid of, signing Lloyd Kelly, which I think was the biggest reason why he got sacked, you know? So, for me, I believe, With Comolli, it could be a different story. I think we could definitely see some good things. I hope to not see some bad things because we don't need, something bad to really happen with Juventus at the moment. So, um, but yeah, I mean, listen, those are my 2 cents about Comolli. I think that he could do very well in the management of Juve, especially with Chiellini. I decided, Chiellini is a very knowledgeable. He won 9 Scudetti with Juve. So I believe that he could definitely do something for this Juventus. He could definitely add something, and I think that's very very important. Now, latest on Mercato, we I don't know, Juventus at the moment we can't make any moves. The recent was Jonathan David, right? But then after that, there's a lot of sources that were saying that now we're pulling out of that Jonathan David situation because it's not basically for free because the salary could be up to 50 million euros. So that is not good at all. The question about Gyökeres, right? It might not be for Juve. Gyökeres is out there, but he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna be coming to Juventus. This is my opinion. Um, with Jonathan David, I think that that's the only guy at the moment that I see that it depends, right? We don't really know what is happening, right, in terms of what's going on within the Continasta at the moment because we don't have a clear sporting director at the moment. So we can't really make moves. I mean, there's demands that Tudor wants. He wants certain players, but the club as a whole is just not moving. We're not even getting started. And we have the Club World Cup that we play in the week, guys, and we have no signings at all. Zero signings, which is very, very, very terrible. But the positive news, of course, I would say is that we're trying to get these renewals done. Gatti, Savona, McKennie. Those are the three at the moment that are getting closer and closer to extending their contracts with Juventus. So definitely something to keep in mind. In my opinion, Gatti is definitely a good one. Savona is debatable because he's so young. McKennie, in my opinion, yes, versatile player, but do I really want him to stay? Absolutely not. Or become like a starter? No. But if he extends, listen, a rotational player isn't bad. McKennie wouldn't be that bad as a rotational player. But as a starter, I don't think. I mean, and then of course, there's a lot of demands from Tudor, right? We even go to with what's going on with the Osimhen deal, right? Everybody was asking me about the Osimhen deal, guys. Guys, I think the Osimhen deal with Juventus is done. It looks like that he could be going to Al Hilal, Osimhen. So it's looking more concrete for that move. But at the moment, Juventus is just backing off at the moment. So there's really nothing really moving in terms of getting the signings. But this is also the problem with Juventus. We don't have that. That pull anymore. We don't have that team pull like we used to. We used to bring so many great players like, CR7, who were able to pull in a lot of great stars into Juventus. But now it's like everybody wants to reject Juventus. We could start it off at Conte. Conte is a coach. I get it. But still, you're getting rejected by Conte. Then Gasparini. Then after that, you're going to get rejected by a lot of other players because, you know, we don't have a clear project at the moment. Like Giuntoli's out. The management's all over the place. You know, um, at the moment we have players like Lloyd Kelly. Like that doesn't really convince anybody. I mean, the good news I would say is Bremer's returning. That's a good thing. And then I know there's a lot of people that are saying, what if we don't get a striker? Do we keep Dusan Vlahovic, right? Well, Vlahovic, guys, there's a lot of news going on with Vlahovic. Vlahovic is supposedly valued 30 million, 35 million. That's what they're saying. 30 to 35 million for Vlahovic. Now, who do you think is going to come in? Well, there is a couple of clubs: Tottenham, Newcastle, definitely on the player's radar. Fenerbahce as well. Jose Mourinho would love to take Vlahovic, and also AC Milan. Allegri wants to be most likely reunited with Vlahovic. So there's a lot of rumors about that, and then there's also another one with the Vlahovic case, is that Atletico Madrid has entered the race for Vlahovic. So there's definitely lots of key details on where Vlahovic could go. In my opinion, possibly either he goes to Turkey or maybe he'll go to AC Milan, right? If they offer a good price. But in my opinion, if I was Juventus, if AC Milan want Vlahovic, you got to pay up. You pay up because they might be getting rid of Leao for what, 70 million? So guess what? You have to pay up. I don't care. And who knows? They might just take the offer. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Vlahovic. There's also rumors about Vlahovic going to, of course, the Premier League, right? With Tottenham and Newcastle. At the moment, there's only rumors and there's only interest from them. There's nothing really concrete with the English clubs at the moment. Arsenal is backing off from Vlahovic because they're good. It looks like that they're going to be going after Sesko. Manchester United looks to be going after Gyökeres at the moment. So unless Gyökeres says no to United, possibly they could enter the race for might enter the race for Vlahovic because the only striker really out there, I would say, would be Osimhen. If United were going to look for another striker, it would be probably Osimhen. But Osimhen's very close now to going to Al Hilal. So I think the obvious candidate would probably be Vlahovic up there. He's got to be up there. But the thing is, of course, who would go? Would it be Atletico Madrid? Would it be Manchester United, right? Would it be Tottenham, Newcastle? Would it be Fenerbahce? Fenerbahce, I believe that Vlahovic could be going there, right? That's another good shout. But big up to my guy Fede, bro. Big up every single time, my brother. Every single time. Let me know, guys, of course, for whoever's watching this live, make sure to comment in the live chat what questions you have for me. Let me know. This is all Juventus talk. So let me know what you guys have because we definitely need to talk about our beloved Juventus, guys, because, man, this is unbelievable. But maybe he won't go. Listen, I mean, it wouldn't stop anybody, I believe. And, you could say for Osimhen, why did Osimhen go to Galatasaray, right? He's not old. You know what I mean? I think with Vlahovic, he could either go to Atletico. That's the most ideal place, right? Um, Tottenham, most likely. I don't think so. Because they just sacked their manager, so it's definitely that. Yeah, but true. But if you think about it, Galatasaray actually want the player now. They're in for Osimhen. So it's between Galatasaray right now and Al Hilal. Now Al Hilal is, of course, they're bringing the change, so of course they're going to be favorites. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? Koki, saluto, my friend. Let me know what you guys think about Comolli. Let me know what you guys think about Comolli, Fede and Koki. Let me know about Comolli. And big up to 2K Champion. Let me know about Comolli as well. What do you think about Comolli as the general manager of Juventus? It was Giuntoli who wanted Osimhen. I 100% agree. Because listen, I mean, I believe that we had a chance with Osimhen because we had Giuntoli. But other than that, I think that as soon as Giuntoli was gone, the Osimhen deal was not looking to be likely happening. So I'm kind of bummed we kept Kelly because of that stupid relegation clause. I wanted Vega to get more time. I thought he could potentially peak at the age. Yeah, I agree, man. It sucks about Lloyd Kelly. I didn't want Lloyd Kelly. I never even knew who he was when he first joined at Juve. I was like, who is this guy from Newcastle? And then I heard from a lot of people in the Premier League that watched this guy, and they said he wasn't good. I'm like, oh, great. Now the only coach that I probably would see that would have done maybe change Kelly would be Conte, right? Because Conte knows how to change players, knows how to get the best out of players. So, but we don't have Conte. We have got Tudor. And at the moment, I think what we need to do is back Tudor for at least a season. Back him, get him the players that he needs, which is why I'm doing a video right after this stream. 3 demands from Giuntoli. From not Giuntoli. Sorry, Tudor. Giuntoli. Giuntoli's gone. Where do we lack? Wait. Yeah. Where do we look for CB depth? Also wing backs. Yeah. Well, the thing is, right now for CB, we're going after Leone and Coppola. Those are the guys that we're interested in. I think we're going to keep Cambiaso as well. I think we're going to keep Cambiaso. Savona supposedly is also getting extended his contract. He's very close. Like it's like details now with Gatti staying as well. That's what they're saying, that he's going to sign. It's very close to his renewal, so we'll see. But yeah, no, I think that's a big thing. Of course, and it's Dan here. What's good? What's going on, Dan? Says you probably still think Conte is coming. No, no. Yeah, Kalulu is actually staying as well. Yes, and I don't think he's coming at all. Like, why would I think that Conte is coming? Um, Comolli is data, yeah, and stat driven. Yes, exactly, exactly. It looks like we dropped Toniosi to get his Toulouse head scout, which I don't like. Starting to get worried about. Yeah, that's one thing that I was going to mention as well. 2K champion about not getting Toniozzi. I think that was a really, really bad move from Comolli, not getting Toniozzi, because Toniozzi, he found, Huijsen, he found Yildiz. He found a lot of these gems in our next gen, you know? And I think that's one of the red flags I see from Comolli at the moment was, not letting, you know, not letting Toniozzi back, right? That's the biggest thing. But now the thing is the head of scout of Toulouse. Now I'm not sure who this guy really is. I had to do a lot of research on the guy. I mean, he's really haven't really he's just not as convincing as Toniozzi, man. I mean, Toniozzi, I think in my opinion was the best out of them all, in terms of the scouts. Um Tudor will have a better 25-26 than Conte. We'll see. It's a prediction. I respect it. Next year. What do you mean next year? What do you mean next year? I never said. Listen, I never said I didn't want Conte. I never said that. Of course, who wouldn't want Conte? Is he coming to Juve? No. So we leave it at that. We are moving too slow. We need signings for the Club World Cup. I agree, and we're getting none. Listen. I mean, 2K champion. The reason why we're getting none is because we have no sporting director, and at the moment, we're not. Like I said. There's no. Like, we cannot, with the management at the moment, because it's so scrambled, right? Comolli just got in on what, Wednesday? I mean, there's really no concrete movement at the moment for players for Juve. Do I think we're gonna make any signings at the moment? No. Supposedly in the next couple of days is gonna be a new sporting director. Now, who is his new sporting director? I don't know. It could be Masara. It could be a couple other guys, right, that we know. It could be so a lot of other things, but we'll see what happens with that. But I'm definitely concerned about the Club World Cup if we're gonna, compete in it, because and Doye to Juve, yes, that's definitely, we're interested in him, but there's nothing concrete yet. You know what I'm saying? Seriously though, Tudor is a pretty good coach. I agree, but which big time players want to take a risk for a club in shambles? Your savior is playing in UCL. Listen, I've said this many times. If a top club, right, or if a top player comes to Juve, then I think that's a great. And Doi to Napoli, I don't know. I don't know about that, bro. You still gotta sign KDB, okay? And it's not here we go. So once you get that out of the way, then we'll see where you're gonna sign, because you guys are linked with everybody. Now, who are you going to choose? That's the thing. So, Juve still a global brand of players. Yeah, would want. Of course, we aren't that bad. Of course not. It's just that you know how these Napoli's are, Koki, bro. Napoli fans, they just talk all their crap. So, but yeah, no, with we'll see. we'll see what type of players would come to Juve because there's only 3. There's, I would say, 3, possibly the candidates that could join Juve would probably be, depends if we go after him again, right? We don't know. Jonathan David. Now we're on Leone. I know that we're on Leone, but I don't think we're going to get him. Coppola is another one. Those are the 3 that I would want. Jonathan David, Leone, and Coppola. Those are probably the 3 I would want. Now, if some players leave, like I know Vlahovic is supposed to be going to leave, right? Conceição, don't know what's happening with that deal. I know he's playing in the Club World Cup with us. I know that's true. Colomwani, I think is going to stay at Juve. Saying they don't want Conte. No, listen, we do want Conte. It's like, who wouldn't want Conte? Who wouldn't want Conte, bro? Come on. Who wouldn't want Conte? Is he coming to Juve? No. Once again, no. I feel like I have to repeat myself, bro, to get into fucking Napoli fans' heads, bro. We should retain him. Conceição? Oh, 100%. I've been saying this, bro. Yeah, exactly. Bro, listen, we want him, but you don't want us. Well, the thing is with Conte, it's not like I don't think he didn't want us. It's just that we didn't have an attractive project like Napoli did, because Napoli just won the Scudetto. You know what I mean? And they were saying, okay, if we sign KDB, if we sign this per guy, right? If we sign that guy, you know, that's like saying, you know, definitely stay right there. You know what I'm saying? So funny how some Juventini thought ADO would sell Osimhen to y'all. Well, no, of course it was. Listen, bro, anything is possible. There's always a chance. You know what I mean? There's always a chance. Always a chance. Now, is it going to happen? Well, probably not. Now, do people say it just for banter? 1,000%. 1,000% to get under people's skins. But it is what it is. Yeah, give me a second, Liam. I got you, bro. You could join me. You're getting David. Don't know. Don't know at the moment. Like I said, there's rumors that we're interested. We're gonna make an offer, right? Then all of a sudden, you know, Monblano, which I don't know how credible his source is, right? We don't really know. Well, Monblano was saying on his YT earlier that we might not be going after David because of the 50 million you know, salary gap for a couple years or whatever the contract was. It was like 50 million. So yes, we're getting him on a free, but it'll be basically 50 million. So yeah, give me a second. Let me just get my guy Liam. Why can I get this? Okay. Any more questions, guys? Let me know. Let me know in the comments while I send this link to Liam. Yeah. Jonathan David did score a brace. I saw that, yeah. But that's the thing, you know, we want to get David. We'll see. Listen, it is what it is, bro. Conte. It is what it is. There we go. What's going on, Liam?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yep. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. I'm just chilling, playing games with the missus.
Yeah. Bro. Oh man, bro. There's so much Juventus at the moment. There's a lot of controversy with even the fans. We don't really know what's happening in terms of our management. We're not even making moves. There's like no clear ideas at the moment. We don't know what the hell is happening. I've been saying latest on Mercato news, right? And latest on the market news. We're linked with this player, we're linked with that player, but nothing's really concrete.
Bro,
Either we it's just unbelievable.
literally sounds like you're talking about my club right now.
If I don't know,
Because
man.
my club is exactly the same. We're linked with this player, that player, but with nothing is concrete.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, but the thing is, you guys have, you know what I'm saying? You have a sporting director. We don't.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, I get it, but you at least got to make some sort of effort to get a player that the coach wants. You know what I'm saying? The coach wants a specific player, back him and get it the player. So it doesn't make any sense.
No, I agree.
How long before you honestly think Juve will compete again?
Couple seasons, man.
3 seasons. I say three. I say
Yeah.
three for sure.
Sad as well, man.
Yeah, man. Now it doesn't mean that we might, what I'm saying, have like a year like a fluke or something. You know what I'm saying? That could always happen. It's happened with so many teams. You know, there's always a year that everything goes your way and you end up winning the Scudetto. That happens to every team. You know,
Hmm.
so um, but yeah, no, we'll see what happens. I mean, listen, I think I rate Tudor. I think that he is a good manager. I feel like that he needs the summer to really implement what he wants to do with the team. You back the manager, you get the players that he needs. I think he could do a really good job. Do I think Scudetto at the moment? No. I'm going to be realistic. No. Do I think that he could make top four? 100%. He's done it before. He did it in a short amount of time, by the way, with the players that he had. I don't care if Milan got Allegri. I don't care if Milan is getting Modric. Doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Gasperini, Roma. Yeah, that's gonna really do well, right? Man, dye his hair. I rated Gio. Thank you, NJ. Big up to you, my guy. Big up to you, bro. Liam, where is Kim going?
I don't know, mate. I really, really don't know. I feel like there's a couple options. Apparently, we were looking to put him in the deal for Leao. Um, Now that seems to not be the case. So I really, really don't know. But to be honest with you, he could go to the moon. I don't really care. Just want rid of him.
Yeah.
Um, I'm sick. I'm sick to death of just having mediocre players. Like I want the best for him as well. To be fair, this isn't like a hate thing. I don't hate Kim. I feel bad for him if I'm honest. Honestly, like we might call him Kim Min this or blah 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 this or whatever, but like he is a good player, and that's why I was so excited to get him. I think that's why a lot of fans are so disappointed with him because when obviously we brought him in, he was one of the best centre backs in the world. You know,
Yep.
so yeah, but I don't know, mate. To be honest with you, I have no clue where he's going. He ain't going anywhere at the moment unless we're taking a massive price cut because he's injured.
If I was Juventus, I would take him for the back line because listen, we have Lloyd Kelly. Like, I'd rather have Kim and Jay than have freaking Lloyd Kelly start every single game. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and I think that he could do well in Serie A. Like again, I mean, he won the Scudetto with Napoli, so he could definitely do well under a certain system. You could do well. Wow, close to 10 seasons without competing in such a crazy for such a global brand and massive club. Oh my god, Dan, bro. You just keep on going and going and going, bro. Just tries to put Juve in the mud every single time. For 33 years, man, it is what it is, right? You guys, 33 years, couldn't win jack crap. Now your time is here. Now you're winning finally, Scudetti. Finally, right? It's about damn time. That Lloyd Kelly transfer made no sense. Oh yeah, no, but that's the thing. That's why we sacked, Juntly, for sure.
At the same time, it does make sense, though, doesn't it? Do you want me to
Well,
explain?
yeah, go ahead.
So the reason I say it makes sense is because they're being cheap.
There you go.
You know.
There you
Now,
go.
does it make sense from Juventus' point of view? Hell no, of course not. You know, you guys have had arguably the best goalkeeper of all time. It is arguable because you've had Buffon. You've got definitely one of the better centre halves. He's definitely in the debate in Chiellini. You know, and I'm talking about just the modern day. I'm not sure about other things, but you know what I mean. Like you should have the best in Italy. You
Yep.
just should. And the fact that you're getting some dead baller from Newcastle,
Yep.
that says everything to me. Man.
Top four as a goal is hilarious for such a massive club. Oh my god, bro. Isn't Angelo Stiller going to Madrid? Don't know.
No, I don't think they're going for him now because they got that Argentinian guy.
Yeah. Why can't Bayern pull Germans? Don't know.
What do you mean by why can't Bayern all Germans? We
Like
got
he's saying like why can't because of the word steal and then now because of Stiller. Like why is he I guess
well,
why
yeah,
not
we're not looking at Stiller because of what we've got in our team. So because we spent 50 odd million on Pellegrini like dumbasses, we're not looking to get a thingy, but I'm guaranteeing he'd be linked straight to us if we get rid of Pellegrini. Now the reason with the whole Florian Wirtz himself and his dad said that he was coming to us, and that's why I call him a rat. Because if for me personally, I'm very old fashioned, to the point where the man pays the bill and all of that shit, and sits at the head of the table and all of that shit. So if a man says it, and you'll get my point in a minute, if a man says and gives his word to me, that's everything. If Gio gives me his word that he's going to be on one of my shows, for instance, and doesn't turn up, I'm going to fucking ask him why he's not turned up. Now, if there's a reason, there's traffic or this, whatever, cool, So yeah, the fact that he gave us his word and then didn't go on that, for me, that's snake as fuck. Obviously we're in a day. I'm not trying to be misogynistic or anything like that, of course not. But you know what I mean? Like he gave us his word. You've got to stay on that, otherwise what's the point,
Yeah. So you guys still have Vega, right? He's versatile. Yeah, no, Vega is actually going back to Chelsea. He will not be a Juve player anymore.
So was he on loan?
Yeah, he was on loan. Most of the players this season were on loan, Liam. That's also the thing is why, we didn't get the best out of them, I feel like. Because all of them were on loan. Most of the, we didn't really have, I would say, Turam, Locatelli, Yildiz. Those are the guys really that we really had that would play for the club. And those are actually the better type of players that we had, right?
Yeah, of course.
Hasn't Kim had a ton of injuries to deal with?
Yeah, no, 1,000%. But in saying this, again, sometimes you got to look after yourself. Sometimes you got to put yourself first. And at the end of the day, I don't care if he's a professional, if he's a warrior, if he's this, if he's that. If this guy is going to play with injuries, expect to get criticism if you're going to play with injuries. Now, obviously, if it's racial, then obviously not. Don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to say that anything like that is valid. It definitely isn't. Never. But you get my point. Like the guy has been playing with injuries all season. Apparently his Achilles is absolutely done. Like, why are you playing with it then?
Yep.
Like, and I know he's a warrior as well. I know full well he is, but you know what I mean? You've got to kind of use your brain sometimes.
Yeah, Stiller is a baller. Yeah, no, he is.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, man. I'm taking him any day. He would be my signing of the summer without doubt.
Oh, yeah, no. He could definitely make your midfield 10 times better.
Yeah.
Napoli has arrived, but only during Maradona era we were massive. Yeah. CB from Empoli is a def signing. Oh yeah. You guys signed that guy. I forgot what his name was. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But with Juventus at the moment, we're not making no moves. Now the only thing that I'm seeing is a lot of players going out. Vlahovic, he looks to be going out soon, especially with Atletico Madrid joining the race. I said this, you know. Tottenham, Newcastle, they're in it for Vlahovic.
It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen with Tottenham now that they've got rid of their manager.
Yeah.
Because that manager that they've got now, he is actually a really good manager. Thomas Frank. He is a good coach.
More news about Vlahovic to Milan. Vlahovic had contact with Allegri, but his high salary has an impact. We'll see. Fenerbahce made the most convincing offer, but the striker, as reported yesterday, wants to wait. So this was 8 minutes ago, guys, about Vlahovic. Exactly. We don't know, man. Listen, exactly. Kalulu does not count, bro, because Kalulu was there, for a while, since for the whole year. So he doesn't count, in my opinion. But there's more out and there's more in at the moment. And then there is the interest of Gyökeres. Again, Juventus continues to work on the attack. And the dream, of course, would remain. It's a dream. It's not going to become a reality. So all you Napoli fans in the chat, all your Inter fans, all you Milan fans, I'm not saying that he's going to come to Juventus. And it says here, it's a dream. It's a dream. The striker, of course, will cost at least 70 million euros. So he's going to be expensive. And Juve, of course, will face a lot of competition to seize the striker's signature.
Wait, 70 million? Why is he 70 million?
Well, I think that's because of the release cost. I think is what, 65?
I thought it was
plus
50.
Add-ons. Nah, I think 65.
Okay.
Yeah, plus add-ons. Yep. So with that, yep. When are we gonna have those absolute ballers in our squad again? Like, listen, man, we don't know. We don't know, man. Juventus at the moment, bro. Don't know. Big up to Gary, man. Big up, man. Where is Gatti going? Gatti's, I think, going to stay at Juve. They're saying that his renewal is very close at Juventus. It's getting very close. So Lukumi only 28 million. No, that's not bad. I mean, for a center back, right? He's a Bologna player, I believe, right? 2K champion. He's a Bologna player. Yeah, he wouldn't be bad. Look, Liam. This guy, bro.
Man just wants everyone to fucking bleed.
Yeah, bro. In WWE, bro. Big up to my guy Gary.
Or Lewis, shall we say?
Or Lewis. Bro, I remember when I said that, Lewis 2.0. More news about that. Wow. David Hanke will not be joining Juventus is something we have known for, well, we know this for a while. But a little something behind the scenes. A few weeks ago, Hanke and his entourage had been informed by the old Bianconeri management that plans had changed and they will not be making a move for the player. So, but yeah. So Fenerbahce has offered 30 million to Juve for Dusan Vlahovic and 10 million a year salary. I think he's waiting for now Atletico Madrid and mostly what is it called? He's waiting for Atletico Madrid and Milan Vlahovic because I feel like that he's just gonna wait on that offer. If no offers are gonna come in, I think that he's gonna take the Fenerbahce deal to work with Jose Mourinho. But it looks like
Fenerbahce have outbid Galatasaray for Sane as well.
Yo, look at this. Lewis called you a fraud, Gio, when I told him you said he goes to the gym to look at the vending machine.
That's his favorite machine, bro.
That's his favorite machine, though, man. No, I remember when he was talking about the buff girl. He was like,
Well, no, it's his fault, bro, because he makes comments when people walk past. He's like,
yeah,
"She,
exactly.
bro."
He's like, she.
It's like, no, shut the fuck up.
Like, I don't understand him, man. My gosh, that guy Lewis, though.
Well, you should have heard him last night, mate. He was making noises.
Oh my god, forget about it.
I'm not even joking.
Forget
either,
about
bro.
it, bro. Oh hell no, man. Juntli has actually made some goodbyes to the players as well. So Juntli, arrivederci, my friend. Goodbye. We are not going to pay Vlahovic's full salary at Milan, even though Allegri wants him. True, Anthony, but I feel like with Allegri would, I think, convince him to do some. We'll see, because they had contacts already, and there was some positive talks, it says here as well, with the Vlahovic entourage. But all there is that salary. So we'll see. I mean, he's gonna end up waiting. He's gonna wait. So, because he has offers from Fenerbahce at the moment. Atletico Madrid is interested. Milan interested, heavily interested. So, of course, Tottenham, Newcastle, they're interested, but it's nothing really heavy at the moment. This guy says noises. Liam Sunday is WWE, bad, but a Hell in a Cell, yeah.
Wait, bad
If not
flag.
careful, Juve is going to become the Man United of Italia. Of course, this is coming from a Napoli fan.
Surely
I
that's
don't think
Milan,
that's what I mean. I like how I like how they all compare us to Man United when there's another club that's actually lower than us that has 7 Champions Leagues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
And
100%. That's Milan.
they have a board that doesn't know what they're doing either. So they already well, the thing that listen, in my opinion, that's insane. But Fenerbahce has actually offered that 30 million plus 5 on add-ons is 35, so basically 35 million euros. They actually offered that, so that's the only offer for Vlahovic on the table at the moment. He's waiting for Atletico Madrid now because they entered the race, and also Milan. Milan's interested because of Allegri, right? So I'm living in the past. Liam today, WWE came to the UK for insurrection in Newcastle. Really?
Yeah, he's definitely living in the past.
Yep. Pick up to PSG edits, bro. Do you think you will get Gyökeres? Small chance. It's not small chance at the moment, bro. We're interested in him. It's a dream of to sign Gyökeres. But do I think it's going to be realistic? I think if Vlahovic leaves the next few days, we got to get a striker. I think we're going to have to pounce on a striker. We'll see. Because the next sporting director will be supposedly in the next coming days. He could be a sporting director could arrive at Juve. With Masara, or I forgot the ex Bayern director.
Hasan Salihamidzic.
And yes, Salihamidzic.
Just call him Brazo, bro.
Brazo, yeah.
Obviously, don't say it with an ERS because that's a rude
Brazo.
strike.
Yeah. Forget about it.
Yeah, Brazo. Yeah, he's good. You just got to watch that you don't give too much fucking money on the wages.
Yeah.
Again,
Exactly.
he's the guy that brought in Jamal and he's the guy that brought in Davies. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Cut shit on that, you know.
Project isn't convincing Gyökeres. Well, listen, we have no damn sporting director. So imagine having no sporting director. Having a management that's doesn't know, and then you have a Lloyd Kelly in your team. Of course, it's not going to be convincing. Now, of course, does that mean that the player will come to Juve? I don't know. It could be possible. You know what I'm saying? It's happened before in the past. We signed so many top players, okay? So you never know. You never know. I want to understand why no one wants this guy. Well, there's a lot of things, man. There's a lot of strikers that were hyped.
Yeah, there's a lot of strikers out there right now, isn't there? You've got Sesko. I know obviously we don't rate him, but there is Sesko. He is leaving without a doubt. So if he goes to Arsenal, if not, he'll be going somewhere else. You've got Gyökeres. You've got Osimhen. These are two amazing strikers, and then you've got the other guy. Chelsea obviously got Liam Delap, the Premier League guy. So yeah, man. Sporting
No,
director
sporting
is better.
director is still better than 2023. It was bro. Listen, Mbappe, bro, that guy must be hitting the air at the moment, bro, because he didn't win the Champions
Good.
League. Oh man,
Bro, did you see the game? You watching the
Which-
games by the way tomorrow?
for what games?
The Nations League final.
Yeah. What? Tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might do a watch along. We'll see. Might
You
do
could
a
do
nice
one with
little
me
watch
if you
along.
want.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do like a
You can
nice little
co-stream it.
watch along.
I got everything set up already.
Milan is already Man U. Yeah, I mean, there you go. So that's the Man U of Italia. Big up, my guy John Wick. Big up, bro. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm not watching anything tomorrow. I'm resting them for Monday. Germany gonna win tomorrow. No Dembele, no party. What are you? Wait. Oh, for the third
It's a
place
third
match.
spot.
Yeah, the
It's a
third.
third
I didn't even know that. Yeah, Germany. Yeah, Germany will probably win. Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know,
Maybe
man. They're a
France.
bit stinky.
Maybe France. We'll
I
see.
think France will win it, personally. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
Stegen in
but
goal.
the thing is, they got the chumps, and forget about the chumps, bro. Florian Wirtz rejected Bayern to move to us. Oh yeah, because Gary's a Liverpool, bro. Gary, bro, this guy's a Liverpool fan. Dang it, bro, you disappoint me, bro.
The thing is, Gary will understand what I mean, though, because they know
Yeah.
what it's like. Gary's chill. He's not one of these
Yeah.
Liverpool fans that brags.
Oh yeah, no.
You know,
Yeah.
like fucking.
Now we
down
need to
his
sign
throat.
our. You guys should sign Isak, bro. You know how scary that would be. You know how scary
What a
that would be.
player.
Oh.
Wow.
Dembele is injured, plus Langley is the worst defender I've ever seen. You probably, yeah. I think you meant Langley. Oh, Langley.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Longley
Langley.
is
Oh,
terrible.
I was like Langley. I was like, who the hell?
Yeah,
Longley, yeah.
Longley is
Terrible, bro.
Yeah, just
Spurs,
Spursy, bro.
Once we sign a world-class striker ahead of Wirtz and Kirkez, then we'll be scary. Well, for me, I think with Wirtz, bro, great player, but I feel like that Wirtz could be a flop for Liverpool for some reason, because you already have McAllister. Wirtz is a 10, and McAllister. He's gonna want to start. You know what I mean?
Is he going to be able to take that physical league, bro?
Yep.
Prem is very physical, bro.
That too. And not just that, but is Wirtz, what happens if he gets an injury? Because that always happens to new players. I don't know what it is. It happened with Douglas Luiz when he switched leagues to Juventus. Injury. We had a total amount. If you check out the game that we had in the Champions League versus Aston Villa, almost every single starter was out. We had like 12 players injured. That's another thing that I think tolls on Juventus too. Is the fucking injuries, which makes it fucking 10 times worse. Kalulu was terrible. I saw that. It was terrible. You'll have Salah and our striker scoring every goal. Yeah, probably. All good, bro. When do the Club World Cup begin next week? And guys, let's see. If I head back to New York soon, by the end of this week, guys, then I might go see Juventus game in Philadelphia. So we'll see. And I'm gonna vlog the whole thing, and you guys will see that nice little experience on the channel for the first time. McAllister plays deeper now with Gravenberg, but the thing is, you have Szoboszlai. What are you gonna do with Szoboszlai? You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna want to play, bro.
So I mean, I feel like it's a disrespect.
Well, of course, we're of course with the cam, I get it, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I think tactically, it definitely is, but in my opinion, I feel like that the Prem is overrated. In my opinion, it's overhyped. Is that
Way
better?
overhyped, bro. Way
You know what I'm
overhyped.
Yeah, next Sunday. Yep. Who do you guys go after once this next season is over as a coach to replace Tudor? Depends who's available, bro. It depends who's really available, man.
And
Because
obviously
at the
depends on who
moment,
leaves as well.
yeah, who leaves? Yeah, exactly. Because if you think about that, you don't even know yourself if Conte will stay for another season, right? Anything can happen.
Especially if they don't back him this summer.
That's another thing. What if, right? And I'm not saying that Conte gonna leave, so Dan, don't get on my goddamn case, bro, because I know you and Dom, bro. But I'm just saying this as like a hypothetical thinking here. What happens if ADL doesn't get the players that Conte really, request? You already know what Conte is, how he is. That guy complains about any little mistake that there is. You know what I'm saying? And you know him, he doesn't care about contracts. I'm saying it is. We'll see, man. Big up to SSB, bro. Big up to you, my guy. Thing with Soboslai. Our formations are 4-2-3-1. Well, we'll see. What was it right here? What league do you rate the highest?
Serie
Of
A.
course, Serie A. Serie A for sure. I think Serie A. Listen, guys. I mean, you could say, "Oh, Prem is better," but I feel like that in terms of the
Prem is the biggest, and the Prem is
the Prem is
it will always be the biggest year because that's where the money is.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, no, I mean,
know?
look at all the revenue that the Prem makes. That's why the biggest league, I would say, in terms of all that traction, right? With Serie A, you don't get that traction because we have idiots in the FIGC, which is the federation, that's fucking is being stupid. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They need to be all gone. And what they're doing to the Italian national team is a fucking disgrace. Which I was going to talk about it too. Disgrace. Yo, would beat Inter 5-0. So I'm expecting at least 8 versus Al Ain. Well, yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see, man. Hope so. Liam, remember me young.
Yeah, I remember fucking Bubba Ray putting her for.
Strowman, bro.
I remember Bubba Ray putting her for a fucking table, bro. She was about 91.
Yeah, bro. Yep.
But yeah, obviously I remember you calling me Braun Strowman, you donkey.
Oh my gosh. Let me see if there's any more news. Wait, Douglas Luiz wants to have a good Club World Cup to convince Tudor and the Juventus manager to keep him for next season. As of today, Douglas remains at the top of the list of departures after a poor season, so he's on the market as well. Wow. I mean, I kind of knew that was coming, but still. Lots of things that could happen, guys. Let cannoli cook. Big up to my guy RB Comps, bro. Oh, more news about Cambiaso. Andrea Cambiaso wants to stay at Juventus and sees himself playing for the Bianconeri for a long time. I don't see it. But the situation around Cambiaso and Milan is something unlikely to shape up. I know that Milan closely looked at the player, but nothing more than that and an indirect conversation. So I'm going to go, but can you give me a player each for an edit? What player you have in mind, Liam?
Thomas Muller.
Thomas Muller? Ooh. You know, PG edits? Do one of Prime Pogba. Pogba or Dybala?
Wow.
Or Dybala, bro. Dybala is also crazy. Oh my god. When did I say this, bro? Liam, did I ever say this? You see this? When did I say this, bro? This guy. Dan, I never said that, bro. And how am I wishing? If I was wishing, I'll be like begging, bro. I ain't doing that. He's calling you a clown. Big up to you, bro.
Man called me a clown. Listen, Gary, just because you look like Lewis.
Gary does look like Lewis, bro. I said that, remember? Yo. Yeah, I know. I think Tognozzi is not gonna. It's not gonna come, bro. Nope. We're also looking at Nuno Tavares. Um, I believe Lazio has recently purchased him. But of course, and from Arsenal. He came from Arsenal, and I will not want anything less than 15 to 20 million for the fullback. So 15, 20 million is not bad, and I think that Tavares is actually not bad. I think he's actually a good fullback. What do you guys think in the chat? RB Cons, what do you think, bro? Bro said, oh my gosh. Dom versus Melon. Gary versus Liam. Dom versus Melon.
Shave your beard? No fucking way.
RB Comics, bro. You know, bro, we need to see that Dom and Melon in the damn ring, bro. We need to see that happen, bro. Bro, Melon versus Dom. That's insane.
Bro, there's a guy that I'm going against and it ain't fucking Gary, bro.
Nah, bro. Get this guy Gary, bro. Shave your beard, bro. No, I do want to talk about international as well. Guys, Spalletti out or in? For me, of course, I'm Spalletti out, bro. I see nothing with Spalletti. Liam, I'm not sure because I'm not sure if you watched the Norway game.
I didn't watch it, but I know that you got absolutely smashed.
Oh, we got smashed. And this guy Spalletti, bro, excuse after excuse. That guy is a fraud. That guy, and by the way, ex-Napoli coach. Figure that out. He's got to go. He's got to go, bro. Not good. Not good for the national team. There's one thing you could do. You could do well in the club football, but it's a whole different ball game in international football.
Yeah, we've seen that with Flick, bro.
Yep. We've seen that with so many coaches. So many coaches.
1000%.
So, I had an amazing Juve cake yesterday. Not gonna lie, if it was a Vlahovic face on the cake, that cake would have been smashed.
Fucking poor cake.
Bro, that's crazy. Spain
Feel
to
bad for
win.
the cake, bro.
Yeah, the cake, bro. Like RB Coms, bro. I'll take some Juve cake. Dang. Like
She got them cakes.
yeah, bro. She got them cakes. Spain to win tomorrow. Then next year, 2026 World Cup, Spain will win it. Really? You really go confident with Spain? We'll see, man. Portugal is not a team to write down, man. I feel like that Portugal is actually going to fight this time. So,
Bro, why is everyone
Italy
messaging
with
me
a
right now?
Napoli, don't know. Italy with a Napoli and Inter team is dead. They need Juve. Oh no, for sure. 0 Juve players, by the way. And guess what?
I feel like
They ain't
Italy
gonna
is
win.
just so poor. Not poor
Yep.
as in money value, as in like they're just so. You don't
The
really
whole
have
play
a
style. No.
Yeah.
Vlahovic to Atleti soon. Well, we'll see. We'll see because Fenerbahce is there too, so we'll see, man. Portugal are good, yeah. Yeah, man. Ah, man.
Giovanni.
Guys, any other questions? Put it down because I do want to wrap this up for this first episode. I do want to wrap it up. So let me know what you guys think. Of course, also I'm trying to do a video as well. So I'm gonna try to do a couple of videos in one day to give you more latest stuff about what's going on with the Juventus in terms of the management, in terms of the sporting director. Who are we gonna get? Who should we get? It's gonna be a great one to discuss, man. But yeah, guys, go watch the videos because those I think are very important. So make sure to go watch the videos. Go, of course, do that. Real talk. Your passion for Juve is respectable, and hope you get to see them play in Philly. Ciao. Thank you so much, Dan. I really appreciate that comment, bro. Thank you so much, bro. Even from a Napoli fan, I respect that. I respect that. And I respect. Listen, bro. I've been always saying I respect Napoli as a club. I respect the fans. I respect the the culture, the way that they take their team. That's very respectable. But listen, I just don't like your team. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like it. I don't like your owner either. Not good, but big up to you, of course, Dan. You know, always showing respect. I like that, man. Like that, always, man. Thank you so much, bro. Hot take. I got to big up Locatelli for the season he had, but I think people are overrating his season a lot. People talking like he was playing like a prime Iniesta. He had a good season, nothing more. I agree 100%. He was definitely important for us. RB Comps, he was definitely important, but it's just I feel like that yeah, you're 100% right about the people I think are um really overhyping him. They're overhyping him too much, bro. So I think that they need to come back to reality with Locatelli. So, but we'll see. Maybe he can keep this up. If he keeps this up, I'll be happy, man. I'll be happy. So, but yeah, guys, big up to everybody, of course. Liam, thank you for jumping on for a little bit, bro. It's been a pleasure for everybody. Of course, more, of course, Juve stuff will come out. Of course, guys, make sure to have that notification bell button on so you guys won't miss out the football arena shows and for and the Tutte Culture shows, because Tutte Culture is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Football Arena is on Wednesdays. So make sure to don't miss that. And of course, Juve will come a lot. So as well, don't worry. The Juve shows, the Bianconeri talk show will come, of course. We'll follow more. We'll see.
You redirecting?
Yeah, who are we gonna redirect? That's
Z is live. If you want to redirect to him.
Yeah, I'll redirect to Zier. Hold on. Okay. Guys, make sure to put JuveCorner raid in the chat. We're going to raid Zier Talks. So make sure to put JuveCorner raid in the chat. I'll put monetization on. Redirect. Zier Talks. Save. Alrighty, guys. Bro, Spalletti had all... Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, it was Spalletti. Yeah, man. Alrighty. Thank you so much, of course, for everybody joining. Fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. Ciao tutti. Ciao, everybody.
This is a Russ